What up, Doe? What up, Doe? What up, Doe? What up, Doe? This is your boy Tay Biz in the building. We are here tonight to get into some things, to get into some real healthy conversation and discussion, man. We are still covering the Mickey Stines case. We have been covering this case since the beginning of it, the genesis of this case. Fairly around, I would say, the incident occurred where Mickey Stein shot the judge in his chambers, okay, around in September the 19th. And so we started covering this case roughly shortly after that. And so we have been doing this ever since, and we have been taking a deep dive because it gets deeper than what it seems, man. All right. My boy KP in the building. What up, Doe? KP is in the building. Of course, we got the mind of our minds. Chill is in the building. Hope y'all doing well tonight. Hope everybody's having a good time. Go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and share. Like, share. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. This is your opportunity to keep in touch with us, to make sure that we are doing this thing, man. All right. Definitely want to shout out, man. I want to shout out so many people right now. I definitely want to shout out Cat Not Williams, man. She talked about the live tonight, man. Give your boy a plug. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. And also, man, I want to shout out Miss Taya Adams, who is someone that we were covering the other live. We went live, I think one day, either earlier this week or last week. We went live, I think either Sunday, I think it's either Monday or last week. And we talked about her case where she has parole until 2099, which is something we've never even heard of before, never even seen before. And so I have been working, y'all. I've been able to reach out. She reached out to me in our comments, and the live stream just went berserk, and a lot of people have been subscribing. Shout out to all the new subscribers of Taviz TV. Shout out to you all as well. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate y'all coming to the fold. But she had sent me a message in the comments, and I told her, I said, look, I would love to be able to get a chance to talk to you in person, one-on-one, and have an opportunity to see what's up with you. And man, she actually emailed and everything, and we actually met on yesterday. We met yesterday evening through a video call. And so she was able to confirm that on tomorrow, 6:30, we will have Miss Taya Adams here interviewing her live. Tomorrow, we are going to interview her live tomorrow at 6:30, same time as we started the show tonight. However, I do have to give you a caveat. It is exclusively on YouTube. It will not be on X. So everybody that's watching on X, and those of you that watch, a lot of people watch as they, as they come in, you know what I'm saying? As people start coming in, more people start watching. And so I want you all to go ahead and come on over to the YouTube side if you want to actually see this interview. It's going to be an awesome interview. If you did not see the live, go ahead and see the live on the channel. Again, we went live not too long ago, maybe some days ago, concerning Miss Ty Adams and the entire situation of Letcher County and how this case also has some connection with some corruption that has been going on. You know what I'm saying? And so we definitely want to be able to expose this. We want to be able to talk about this. And we want to be able to see and deep dive into what's going on. Excuse me. She also sent me an email about another person by the name of Wilma. Let me go ahead and pull up the email real quick. But her name is Wilma Lou Mullins. Wilma Lou Mullins. Yes, like Mullins. I don't have any details about who she's related to or whatever. But she sent me a screenshot of the same sentence. She was this Wilma Lou Mullins young lady has been paroled, and her beginning date is May 16th, 2022. Her end date is January the 1st, 2099. You'll see it right here. You can see it right here. Okay. No, it's a little bit blurry. There it is. Look at that. May 16th to January 1st, 2099. All right. Again, unbelievable stuff. All right. And so one of the things that I took notice of, one of the things we talked about, basically, right, look at KP saying life sentence on parole is crazy. It is. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. All right. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and share this. Let's go ahead and get the likes up so we get the algorithm popping. Look, so tonight we're going to be talking about the Shawn Mickey Stines case, and we're going to be uncovering some things. The first thing we uncovered was the lead investigator. Okay, we uncovered Mr. Stamper. Okay, Mr. Stamper, who was the lead investigator. We unpacked him, and we was trying to figure out, what did you investigate, bro? Okay, we unpacked him. All right, we revisited the preliminary hearing, which allows hearsay, by the way, because you're putting everything into consideration, all types of evidence you put into consideration. All right. We saw that Mr. Stamper, his officers interviewed a few people, but there was one particular person that did not get interviewed, and that's a gentleman by the name of Michael Clark. All right. Michael Clark, who I put on the thumbnail, was an old mugshot of his. Michael Clark is deeply connected with Shawn Mickey Stines and also with Judge Kevin Mullins. He is also deeply connected to the CEO of ARC, Addiction Recovery Care, which is a company that is being, as we speak, investigated by the FBI for Medicare fraud for monies upward of $130 million. Okay. He is deeply, and we're going to unpack ARC as well, because all of this, if you follow the money, you will follow the crime. All right. Follow the money, you'll follow the crime. And so there has been talks of some levels of trafficking and things of that nature, but we're not, and alleged talks, we're not going to get deep into that tonight, but we are going to get into a particular situation that Michael Clark was facing where for out of nowhere, some of the good old boys came to the rescue for this guy and was able to get him back to being good. Okay, to get him back to being good in society. All right. And so I want you all to rock with your boy on this. All right. We're going to definitely take a deep dive into this. Let's go ahead and just recap real quick and let's talk about it. For those of you that may not know about this case, this is the case of Shawn Mickey Stines. Let me go ahead and just get our talk on for a minute. Shawn Mickey Stines, and that is Judge Kevin Mullins. All right. Shawn Mickey Stines was the sheriff. Of course, he recently had to step down, of course. And by recent, I mean within earlier, like late last year, earlier this year. He is accused of murder of the first degree of the gentleman that you see to your left, Judge Kevin Mullins, who was the district judge for Letcher County. All right. On September the 19th, the event occurred inside of, and I'm going to stick with it for now, inside of the judge's chambers. Although we have had some people say that was not really his chambers look different. That is up for debate. However, that's not what we're debating tonight. Now, 3 days before the shooting of Mr. Mullins, Shawn Mickey Stines, the sheriff, was being deposed on September the 16th, 2025. All right. 2025, he was being deposed. Why was he being deposed? He was being deposed because on January 2020, a young lady by the name of Sabrina Atkins filed a lawsuit against Ben Fields, who was a bailiff in the Letcher County court. And also she was suing Shawn Mickey Stines in his official capacity, not in a personal capacity like Ben Fields. Okay. Shawn Mickey Stines was being deposed, or he had to appear at a deposition because he was accused of not training his employees properly. So therefore, his name was up there. Now, although this is a civil lawsuit, Ned Pillersdorf is the attorney. There was a young lady by the name of Jennifer Hill who was also a part of the lawsuit and somehow mysteriously died last year. Now, it's been reported that she died of overdose. However, she was recovering from being on drugs. So I'm trying to figure out how that even happened and how that even occurred. So that is the lead up to the deposition of Shawn Mickey Stines. We have the deposition. If you click the link at the top of the chat, if you click the top of the message at the top of the chat, click that link. That link has the deposition of Shawn Mickey Stines and of Ben Fields. It has the indictment of Ben Fields. It has the Ben Fields interview with the Attorney's General investigator Matt Easter. It has the motion for psych evaluation for Mickey Stines. It also has the civil lawsuit that Sabrina Atkins filed. Okay. Look here. This has been a wild case, a case that is uncovering more than just a shooting. If you look at this for face value, is Mickey Stines going to prison? Yes. Most likely, yes. However, is he going to get the death penalty? Because that is a thing in Kentucky. Murder of the first degree will result as a death penalty in some cases, in some sentences. And so that is what he's facing. Okay. But the interesting part about this is the fact of there is also a motion to dismiss the indictment filed by Jeremy Bartley, who is Shawn Mickey Stines' attorney. He filed the motion to dismiss the indictment. We went over that motion on this channel. That motion to dismiss the indictment is also in the link in the chat. So I also added that in there for you all. Okay, so you all can read this at your own time. All right. Now, the indictment was filed because there was a grand jury meeting that took place that was unrecorded. Okay, it was unrecorded. Because it was unrecorded, it goes against the Kentucky rules, which states that a grand jury meeting is mandatory for those meetings to be recorded. I'm talking audio recording, not just transcript. Okay, I'm talking about a full recording. So that allegedly did not happen. And so when we looked at one of the articles, we talked about this, and it says, the prosecutor says, well, there was a meeting. We didn't think that it needed to be recorded because it really wasn't much of nothing. Now, one of the things that Katnell Williams said on her channel today earlier, because she's covering the Nicholas Casota's case because our boy Doug Weinstein is representing him. She said something about the grand jury meetings being secret, and that's exactly how they roll. And the grand jury is just a bunch of jurors. It's just citizens, just like a jury in a trial. It's a bunch of citizens who finds reason, without doubt, to charge someone with a certain count. So when the indictment comes in, the indictment is coming in as jurors have already determined that this person probably did it, and we have no doubt about it. We have no doubt about it. Your boy Jeremy Bartley said, oh, we got some doubt. We got some doubt because it wasn't recorded, and it's mandatory in the state of Kentucky to record all grand jury meetings. And in that meeting, our boy Stamper, who was the lead investigator, was there as well. All right. Fast forward to September 19th, 2024. This is the day where Mickey Stein shoots Judge Kevin Mullins. We're going to actually look at full day, like all the footage, like when they go to the to the store, when they leave out the building, when they go for lunch, when they come back, the whole nine. And you will see a certain gentleman by the name of Michael Clark who was with them all day. Okay. And I'm just trying to figure out why this man was not interviewed, recorded, or anything. All right. Very, very interesting stuff. Okay. So that is the case. The Commonwealth of Kentucky is accusing Shawn Mickey Stines of murder of the first degree, which is premeditated murder, which means that he intended to do this. This was not manslaughter, or this was not out of second degree. This was first degree. He planned on doing this. Now, the defense is coming with the insanity plea. And also recently, and I had it on my X account. On my X account, if you follow me on Taybiz TV on X, you will see that the motion to unseal the psych evaluation before the hearing has been filed. And that particular motion will be addressed on August the 15th. I don't know what time yet on August the 15th, but it is August the 15th when we will get a hearing. They're going to talk about the motion to dismiss the indictment. They're going to talk about the motion to unseal the psych evaluation of Shawn Mickey Stines, which goes with their defense. And they're going to talk about a host of other things. I'm pretty sure August the 15th, I'm pretty sure that we may get a trial date. Okay. We may get a trial date. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So I want to go into this real quick, and we're going to unpack our boy, Mr. Michael Clark. All right. And Michael Clark is a very interesting person to me. All right. His connections are just out of this world to me. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a video of Michael Clark after the shooting occurred, and we're going to look at how he is dismantling all the rumors and all the gossip and things of that nature, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this. If you are ready, first of all, if you are ready to get this party started, you can put a 1 in the chat. All right, go ahead, put a 1 in the chat. Let's get this party started. All right, and let's see what's up with our boy Michael Clark. Here we go.
Day since yesterday, you all, I'm sure, have known and seen nationwide now what all happened. Multiple news agencies continue to reach out to me. I'm not going to be able to comment to them or anything like that, but I have spoken to the sheriff's wife and daughter and talked to her a couple of times today. And, you know, you just really need to be praying and quit gossiping and spreading rumors, because you're going to be really surprised when absolutely nothing that you've been posting and saying is true or accurate. And I have permission from the family to say that. Mental illness is real. People go through hard things that we don't know what they're going through. Bottom line, one of my best, closest, dearest friends, Judge Mullins, was killed yesterday. And one of my best, closest friends, Sheriff Mickey Stines, is locked up and charged with murder. The motive and everything will come out, and everyone will eventually know why. And it's not going to be nothing the reason that not you, but many are spreading and talking and hurting children. That the judge has a wife and children that's hurting. The sheriff has a wife and a child who I've spoke to twice today who are truly hurting. I love you all. I love Letcher County. I'm there every day. I work there. I've got a church there. My heart is there. And what this community needs is prayers, kindness, and mercy. And if you do not know and don't have firsthand knowledge of something, why in the world would you get on there spreading lies and rumors? I don't get it. I don't get it. And you ought to be ashamed, because there's a little girl of the sheriff's that's devastated by these rumors. And there's also little girls who lost a father. And we need to think about that. Continue to pray for everyone that was involved. Thank God for the first responders that was there within minutes. Thank God for protecting me, who was with the sheriff all day yesterday, and the judge. And thank God, by the grace of God, that
You hear that? First of all, shout out to Dizzy. What up, Doe? Dizzy, I saw you in Catnap Williams chat. I appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you coming through and being a part of Big Nation. I hope this channel serves you well. I always say that to everybody. I hope this channel serves you well. Did you hear what this man said? He said I was with him all day. He was with him all day, right? Now, just on first glance of this, just on the way he's speaking and talking, do you find any type of, is there anything in you that's like, I believe him? Is there anything? I'm just doing a little heat check real quick. Is there anything that he's saying that sounds like it's believable? Okay. This is the thing. You have been with this man. He's your closest, bestest friend. All right. You've been with this man all day. And you mean to tell me nothing suspicious, nothing came to you like, yo, Mickey, are you okay? Are you all right? You didn't even, this your best friend. You didn't want to be interviewed by the police. There's not one. I have not found it. If somebody can find it, email me at taybiztv@gmail.com. All right. Email me at taybiztv@gmail.com. You understand me? There it is right there. I have not seen not one piece of footage from a body cam to anything of this man speaking on the behalf of his friend. Even giving us an idea of what state of mind he was in or what state of what his body language was looking like. Nothing at all. All right. So I'm trying to figure out why is he holding up the info? Why are you not talking? All right. Why are you not talking, man? Now, we're going to get into something real quick here. We want to read this. I want to read this post from a person by the name of Smokahontas on X. All right. We're about to get into this real quick. Okay. I'm going to drop him. All right. Okay. Smokahontas on X. Watch this, though. Let's read this real quick here. It says Deputy Ben Fields had been under serious scrutiny, accused of pressuring women for illicit favors to avoid jail time. That's facts. He actually pled guilty of like third-degree R, tampering with ankle monitoring devices, and all that kind of stuff. And then they give him a sentence of 6 months on house arrest, y'all. He didn't go to jail because his wife worked at the jail for the women. And she was beating up some people. And we're going to get into this real quick. We're going to get into this. He was able to be sentenced 6 months, not in jail, but at his crib, house arrest. He was on house arrest. Okay. Says these disturbing allegations led to Sheriff Mickey Stines testifying in a lawsuit related to the case. I just talked about that. Just days later, Stines walked into Judge Kevin Mullins' chambers and shot him. Now, look at this now. This is interesting because Shawn Mickey Stines had lunch with everybody. He was with everybody all day. But he also mentioned something to the officers that came to get him. He said that they're trying to take my daughter, my wife, and my family, my daughter. Okay. He was so adamant about this thing with his daughter. Why? Because we all saw the video. There was an exchange that took place of phones. We're going to get into that a little bit more just to dissect it a little bit more. Says, but it doesn't stop there. Michael Clark, who we're talking about tonight, the preacher from the viral video, was seen inside Judge Mullins' chambers right before the shooting. He walked out just minutes before the fatal incident and later thanked God he was alive. But Clark's own background demands a hard look. This is a man with 7 trafficking convictions. We're talking drugs, who was employed by a rehab facility that's now under investigation from the FBI for Medicaid fraud. We're talking about ARC, Addiction Recovery Care, LLC. The investigation began in 2023. Again, I just want to reiterate, as a matter of fact, upwards of $130 million in fraud. That is what they're facing. At one point, Clark had major support from several mega churches who later pulled their backing once the public started asking questions. But the real issue, political protection. Clark is deeply connected. The founder of ARC, tied to him, is a college buddy of our current Attorney General, Russell Coleman. And former Governor Matt Bevin gave Michael Clark a full pardon, clearing his record and allowing him to leave the country. Clark's own words after the pardon, now I can go out of the country. Hit the like button. Let's get this algorithm popping, y'all. Let's go. All right. Now, it has been reported that he had about maybe 7 or more traffic violations of drugs. Then he gets pardoned. Why the rush to leave? Why the full pardon for a man with that kind of record? And why are other employees from the same facility reportedly being sent abroad too? Let's be clear. This isn't just about one shooting. It's a tangled web of corruption, political favors, and systemic failure. And the deeper you dig, the more unsettling it becomes. Now, we want to take a look at this video here because Hillbilly Crime, and again, I wish I could I'm gonna reach out to Hillbilly Crime one day, but Hillbilly Crime, and if one of the mods could drop her channel in the chat. Hillbilly Crime talks about Letcher County corruption heavily. Why? Because she lives there. She lives there, and not only does she live there, she had a record. She knows all of those people that are involved in this. She knows them. She doesn't hang out with them every day, all this kind of stuff. She's not a part of the case. But she is heavily knowledgeable in what goes on in Letcher County when it comes to corruption because she outlived it. She survived it. Okay. I'm a subscriber to her channel. I support her channel for sure. Gavin Fish is another gentleman that I support his channel. Great journalism. And this particular video here, she is talking about Mr. Clark. And I want us to go ahead and listen to what she has to say because she is another woman who does not use emotional vernacular and vocabulary to incite the audience. What she does is use the pragmatic wording and facts and come with receipts to show you what is actually going on. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at this.
They were subjected to some pretty hardcore stuff in the jail too. One of the victims said that there was that one of the girls had gotten beat up by Ben's wife, who also worked at the jail. So you're underneath Ben's wife at the jail, you're underneath Ben in the house arrest, or you're under this guy with the rehab. So if you, and I'm not accusing him of anything, but there should have been a.
Now stop right there. Real quick. Just to bring why she said, and you under this guy, because see, this guy here, he works for the ARC company, for ARC LLC. He works for them, and he doesn't just work for them like a regular employee. Like they didn't just give him a job to sweep up the the auditoriums or the meeting rooms and take out the trash and do all that kind of stuff and make sure everybody get to their car safe. Oh no. He has a position. He has a position in this thing. He has a position. All right. And so in this position that he has, those people that go to the jail, those people that have been had heavy sentences for like light offenses, when they go to the recovery program, they automatically go to them. Why? Because the CEO of ARC and Judge Kevin Mullins are buddies. They're tight. So anytime a person who's on drugs or alcohol or whatever, and they're addicted to it, anytime that happens and they go through the court system, Judge Mullins send them right to Mr. Robinson, Tim Robinson, who's the CEO and founder of ARC. And if they go into Tim Robinson, the first person they meet is Michael Clark. So Michael Clark has a vested interest in this program and with Judge Mullins and with Shawn Mickey Stines and with Tim Robinson, so that way the money can flow. So that's the reason why right now the FBI is asking people If you ever been through the ARC recovery program, if you ever been through the addiction recovery care program, they have a form they want you to fill out, and they want you to fill out when you were there at what particular time, because at that particular time, that's when they were doing the fraud, allegedly. Let me just make sure I get it right, allegedly. Okay. So Shawn Mickey Stines, he's doing his job. Now, unbeknownst to Mickey Stines, in certain areas, he is doing his job, right? But when it comes to what's going on in the jail part, see, he's not the bailiff anymore. He doesn't run the jail. He's not there all night doing correction officer type work anymore. He's the sheriff. He's in a political position. He's in a political position. And see, this man is a pastor too now, and he stepped down, and we're gonna get into that too. He had to step down because of social media and all this kind of stuff. We're gonna get into that. But this gentleman is who you see first. So you're in jail, you finally get out, you're on parole or whatever the case may be, and they say in your parole, and you have to do rehab. Well, where do you think they're gonna send you to? They're going to send you to ARC, because the addiction recovery care program, they need bodies in the seat to get the money. And you can manipulate anything on paper to get more money. You can manipulate it however you want. And that's what's going on. It's almost like they're a collection agency for ARC. So not only do you have other people who's actually volunteering to come on in or actually trying to get themselves better, but you also have the Letcher County court system that also makes sure that if you are on any type of drug or recovery, that's the first place they take you is there. And then Michael Clark, he makes sure that when you get in here, because he done did some time with people that he knows that's in this program. Once you get in there, he makes sure that everything is right. So that way these people get in there, and then however the money is transferred, it is being enlarged or magnified or exaggerated. Again, upwards to $130 million. And they were opening these recovery spots, not just in Letcher County where it started, but also in Utah. They were expanding up until this point. Now they're under investigation. So his connection is important. It's really more so important to Kevin Mullins than Shawn Mickey Stines. But of course, he's the sheriff. Of course, he's going to know. He's going to, that they know each other. There's a good old boys connection, man. They know each other. And that's how it rolls. Okay. Let's listen in some more.
You're under this guy with the rehab. So if you, and I'm not accusing him of anything, but there should have been a lot more investigation into the other higher ups that these women said were doing bad stuff. Do you get my drift?
Yeah, I follow.
That's hurting. The sheriff has a wife and a child who there's also a little girl. And have a great day.
Now, I will say this. This preacher man has been at several different churches. He kind of hops around. He's hopped around, I guess is the only way I know to say it. And at first, he had a couple really big time mega churches backing him. This is the same preacher man who had like 7 or 8 rug trafficking charges, convictions on his record, and he was working for ARC. Now, ARC is the big rehab facility that has been under FBI investigation for Medicaid fraud. It started, I think, last year. That investigation did. He also, whenever this happened, and there was a lot of backlash and a lot of talk got going around. These mega churches decided to, because they were bringing in a lot of money and they were really backing him big time. And I think,
Sure was.
okay, let me back this up. I forgot to bring up this part. Okay, so ARC is very politically connected. The founder of ARC is a college buddy of our attorney general. So they're very, very good friends. This guy, I think those big connections got this guy a big pardon. Our former governor, Matt Bevin, gave this guy a full pardon. So that way he could go out of the country. But
nah, there go this snake. Now watch this. Let's touch on Matt Bevin's real quick. Okay. Let's touch on him real quick. Because he's a person I just don't understand myself. All right, here we go. We putting in some work today. If you want to support the show, go ahead and hit the Cash App. The Cash App is in the description. If you want to do Cash App, I'm not monetized just yet. I have to reapply September the 24th. I can't wait for my monetization to come back. But former Matt, but if you want to support the show, please go ahead and Miles, please drop that in the chat for me if you can. All right. Now, check this out. Former Governor Matt Bevin's final actions in office are reverberating in this year's contest between Beshear and Cameron. Okay, now this is 2023, October 26th is when this was published. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit more. It's common for governors to issue pardons on their way out of office, but former Kentucky Republican Governor Matt Bevin sent shockwaves through the state when he pardoned people convicted of murder, child essay, and other violent crimes, including the son of a political donor. The fallout from Bevin's final actions are still being felt in this year's race for governor in the Commonwealth. Republican Attorney General Daniel Cameron paints himself as the law and order candidate, and incumbent Governor Andy Beshear as the so-called catch and release candidate. In 2020, when he was locking down our schools, he was unlocking our jails, Cameron said of Beshear during a campaign appearance last month in Butler County. So they were going head, they was back and forth with each other. All right. It says here, Beshear's predecessor, Republican Matt Bevin, let out people convicted of far more serious crimes on his way out of office, including a man convicted of homicide whose family held a political fundraiser for the then governor. You hear that? A man convicted of homicide whose family held a political fundraiser for then Governor Matt Bevin. You know what happened? He said, hey, yo, you've been pardoned. He was later convicted of the same crime in federal court, even after the pardon. So Matt Bevin has a history of pardoning cats. For some reason, he want them all out. He want them roaming the streets. he want, I don't understand it. It is absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane that you would pardon criminals of serious offenses. Now, drug trafficking, why would you not think about this? What did Lil Kim say, man? Right? First you get the money, then you get the power, right? The money, follow the money. Okay, check this out. What comes with money? Drugs. What comes with drugs? Sex. Women. And in some cases, men too, as we see in the Diddy case, but I digress from that. I will not go no such further in there. All right. I will not. I'm a gentleman. Howdy. I'm a gentleman. So we got all this going on. All right. We have the drugs coming in. And who you think they're giving them to? They were already talking about these secret gambling nights and things of that nature that was going on in Electric County in people's houses. Allegedly, there was a good old boys group text where they would go over Shawn Mickey Stines' house and have a gambling night here and there. As a matter of fact, I know that to be true because we read it in the deposition. That's why if you click the link in the chat at the top that's pinned to the chat, if you click that link, you will see all that information. Now, I want to bring us back a little bit. All right. I want to bring us back to the time where Mickey Stines was doing his thing as the sheriff. We're going to hear Mickey Stines do his thing. And we're also going to hear from Michael Clark. Oh, Michael. Right? So this is a time where Mickey Stines was doing his drug busts. He was known for in Electric County for getting these drugs off the street because he know that those drugs was connected to them girls. Had to know. Allegedly had to know. This is absolutely diabolical stuff going on where you let a guy who has let me tell you something. He was facing 20 years in prison. 20 years in prison, 7 drug trafficking cases, all of them pardoned, all of them erased by this gentleman. Now, let me ask you something, bros. All my brothers in the chat, let me ask you something. All my brothers in the audience, let me ask you something, fellas. Do you think your black behind is going to get pardoned by anybody? You think you're going to get pardoned? Pardon me? Do you think, and I normally do not do the colorism, black, white. I normally don't do that on this channel. I'm just saying a fact. There is no way a brother like me, who looks like me, is getting pardoned by the governor that looks like this guy. Is it this way? Him. He's not pardoning me. Are you kidding me? He's not. There is no. KP said, "Hell no, man. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit." Dizzy said, "Same as the scam where judge were getting kickbacks for sending people to private prisons." Sending people to private prison. Hold on, let me look up something real quick because the private prison thing is something that I've been getting into as well. Private prison companies. The GEO Group, Core Civic, LaSalle Corrections and Management. The largest, one of the the largest private prison companies, Core Civic. I think GEO is up there with them as well. You can actually get stake in the companies now. I think it was like 27 states and federal government use private corporations like GEO Group. GEO Group, Core Civic, key players, MTC, key players in private prison practice, in private prison investments. Crazy word. KP says, sell and auction off inmates to different private prisons and force people into private rehabs as part of their probation and paroles. The owners line his pockets. That's all they're doing. They're getting their pockets fat. They're getting their pockets fat. All of this is a pocket chase, a money chase. It's deeper than just, and we come to find out through our research of Ty Adams, we come to find out that Mr. Mullins, this man here, allegedly, to your left, was doing some things he had no business doing. Not only did Taya Adams say this, but also Sabrina Atkins said it, who was the one that filed the civil lawsuit in the first place, that she saw Judge Kevin Mullins. She said it in her interview with Matt Easter, the investigator for the Attorney General's office, that she saw evidence of him doing things all over that county building, not just in the chambers. There's hallways, there are all kind of stuff that had no cameras at all. Now the preacher, Michael Clark, who we're talking about tonight, his name has not come up in any type of sexual inappropriate things. However, there's still more time to figure out what's going on, man. Still more time. KP said, we don't line the pockets in the same way they get more money from us being in prison. That's facts. The more people in the prison, the fatter their pockets get. It's a business. It's a lucrative business, as a matter of fact. And what do they feed the inmates? Or when you go to jail, what they feed you? Garbage food. Man, I remember when real talk. When I went to jail, I'm telling you, I refused to. I was gonna go on a hunger strike. I was gonna go. I'm telling you, the food was so disgusting. I know you got thousands of dollars for me being up in here, and this is what you give us? Nope, I'm not doing it. Nope. And thanks be to God, I was able to take care of my business, get on probation, even though missing court dates wasn't my fault. The state admitted that it was their fault. They still made me pay for probation fees and made me go to these meetings and all that kind of stuff because that's the money. It's all about the bread. I wasn't gonna eat though. Real talk. I was gonna man up and be like, dog, police. As a matter of fact, the dude I was with, because we was in the tank together, me and this guy. We was sitting in the tank, and all I took was the little carton of apple juice. That boy was cold, though. I got some apple juice. You know, the little square thing like when you was a kid in elementary school. And man, I shook that boy up, man. I was like, yo, this boy nice and cold. Ain't been open yet, so I could trust it, right? I could trust it as much as I can because I ain't had nothing. And I was just sitting there. I was just sitting my food to the side. He was like, man, you don't want that? I was like, nope. I was like, you want it? You can have it. I gave it to him. He was like, man, you must be crazy. I said, man, you crazy. I said, that food is disgusting, man. You crazy, bro. For real. So it's real talk up in that boy. They give you nothing. They give you slop. All right, let's get back to it. I'm sorry. I went off on the deep end a little bit. I was reminiscing on the love we had. No, let's go ahead and look at one of these news stories from back in the day where Mickey Stines did a drug bust. Let's go.
The Letcher County Jail has less than 60 beds, but houses more than double the amount of inmates. County officials say just about all of the inmates find themselves behind bars because of things like drugs. So how do you solve a problem that's only getting worse? Well, officials from Addiction Recovery Care, also known as ARC, are working to get the men and women battling addiction out of their cells and into recovery. I went to the Letcher County Jail today and talked with the sheriff and an official from ARC about a relatively new program they are having success with. Just last week, Sheriff Mickey Stines helped get close to $10,000 worth of meth off the streets. In another bust, he arrested 8 people from one home, and after just 2 days, 4 of those people are now in drug treatment.
It saves, the taxpayers' money. We're not housing them anymore. It gets them the treatment they need. It helps their family. Once they're released, if they continue on the road to sobriety and get the help they need, it helps everybody involved.
Officials from Addiction Recovery Care come to the jail and talk with inmates about turning their lives around.
99% of the people in jail that we have right now is drug related. They might be charged with theft or, even assaults or something like that, but I think it all stems back to drugs.
Michael Clark has multiple felonies on his record and has spent close to a decade in prison, but now he's helping people get clean.
I did time with most of these guys, and then I can walk in. It's kind of, you know, recovery is a word, but when they see my face, it's easy. They see recovery because I was doing dope with these guys. Now they're pushing the button and I'm walking them out to my car to take them to treatment.
Clark says in the last 2 months, he has helped about 40 people from the jail. And
great point, KP. Come on, man. This is going to be one of my talking points. Great point. The way Mickey Stines was talking about getting the drugs off the street and the way he was talking in his body cam footage when he was getting arrested, huge light years of a difference.
Drug treatment.
And also to have a sheriff that goes out and will arrest people and will call me at night and say, I've got some people I've arrested. They did some bad things, but I believe they deserve a chance. Man, that's amazing.
Both Clark and...
You know what's so funny about that? See, let me tell you something real quick. In order to have a successful operation that does evil in the back end, you got to present something good. See, that good thing, that good intent is the curtain. All right, it's the cover up, but it's the face of it. It's like this is what we do. And see, if you do not inform someone like Mickey Stines, he could actually be like, you know what? I believe in ARC and I want to make sure that these people get off drugs and everything. And he could have a good heart about it. And then turn them over to ARC. But as soon as ARC get them, they like, thank you. Yeah, we're going to get them recovered and everything. And while we're getting them recovered, we're going to manipulate how much money we're getting from Medicaid, Medicare. Oh, yeah, we bring them all in. Bring the more, the merrier. So you got to have something. If you want to deceive somebody, you got to have something that looks almost like it has no ill will intent. But in the background, in the back of it, it is a horrible operation.
The sheriff says successfully going through treatment can also help inmates with their legal battles as they work toward leading productive lives.
I believe this is going to be a hub for recovery instead of looked down as a place of slum and addiction. I really believe hope is going to spring out of here, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Giving second chances to the men and women battling addiction. The Letcher County jailer says this program is helping to cut down on overcrowding issues at the jail. Sheriff Stein says if any of the inmates need transportation to rehab facilities, he and his deputies will help with that when possible.
Okay. You see where I'm going with this, right? Michael Clark is a good old boy. See, Michael Clark is the one that'll play by the rules and put his nice little Kentucky slur in there. And like, man, look at my life. I was messed up. My wife and family, they wasn't talking to me. Then I turned my life around, got involved with ARC, turned my life over to Christ. And now look at me, I'm a pastor now. I got a good job with ARC. I'm helping people get off the streets. And in private times, he having those meetings with the dudes running ARC in the background. They're like, hey, man, you going to do this. If you don't do this, we going to. See? Mickey Stines, though, stand-up guy. Not one prior. He don't have no priors on his record. Trust me, I looked. He don't have none. You can't. Not being a sheriff. I mean, you possibly could have some, some petty things like, a jaywalking ticket here and there. But no serious crimes. Nah, he ain't got none. So he's like, yo, I'm over here I'm not a good old boy, but I'm just doing the right thing. And then Steins, he's doing the right thing. He gets in trouble or he gets under this situation where he's starting to mess things up. See, when you take the drugs off the street, then that's going to mess the money up. That's going to mess the things that they got to do for them other people that's looking for a good time, quote unquote. Those those nasty, evil, sinful dudes that wear a suit and campaign and run for positions, city councilman. Let me tell you something. I'm from Detroit. Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, all right? Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, when he was the mayor, he was the youngest mayor Detroit ever had. He's the youngest mayor Detroit ever had. Very charismatic, tall, very charismatic dude. He come from his whole family are politicians. His mother was a politician and a very well-known one. Okay. He became the mayor of the city of Detroit. And there was an incident that happened in the city of Detroit where there was a party at the mayor's mansion. The mayor's mansion in Detroit is called the Manoogian Mansion. You can look it up right now. The Manoogian Mansion. It's in the city. All right. He had a party there. There was a woman. Her last name was Green. I think her first name was Tara Green or something like that. She went by the stripper name Strawberry. Okay. There was a fight that occurred between the mayor's wife at the time and Strawberry. And all of a sudden, that same night after that fight occurred, Strawberry was found dead. Everybody started denying the party. There was no party that happened. What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Everybody that know everybody knew that it was a party. As a matter of fact, the DJ of that party knew my uncle when he was alive, God rest his soul. And he told him everything that occurred. No one could believe it. There was some situations that occurred, and when you put your family in stuff, that nepotism start hitting. If it go left, it's gonna be trouble. And whatever. And to this day, no one really knows what happened to her. To this day, and that was years ago. And see, and when you got connections and when you're able to make things look a certain way, whoever got the money, they can do the production. I got the money, I can make it look a certain way. That's exactly what takes place. I can make it look a certain way. I can make it look like I didn't do nothing. I got the money, I got the power. Some people don't want money. They're like, yo, man, give me this. Give me some. You know what I mean? They're like, all right, bet I got you. And they higher ups, they are politicians, man. They're the ones we vote for. They're the ones we fight about on the internet. Like, they all corrupt, man. It don't matter what side you pick. It's a game. Speaking of games, Michael Clark had to step down. And this young lady here, again, is a young lady that is from Letcher County, Whitesburg City, which is Letcher County. And she's going to expound on the stepping down of the preacher. Let's go.
The preacher is Michael A. Clark. He was the pastor that came out right after the incident with the sheriff and judge and made a statement on his social media on behalf of the family regarding the rumors. Since then, he's been attacked on social media for his past of rugs. He posted this document also on his social media. And according to this document, he was pardoned in 2019 for 8 counts of trafficking.
8 counts.
Rugs. It doesn't state anything about essaying children or HT. Allegedly, the pastor is faculty at Addiction Recovery Care, or ARC, that is subject of an investigation into possible health care fraud. According to the FBI website, they're searching for people that have info regarding healthcare fraud. Is Michael part of the healthcare fraud? We don't know. But I will say I'm going to keep an open mind regarding this pastor of Letcher County until more proof and evidence comes out.
Okay, let's start right there. It says allegedly Michael Clark is a faculty member at ARC. He's not allegedly a member. He is. Clark finished his education, earning a degree. He now works in jails, courtrooms, and communities across Eastern Kentucky, helping others discover long-term recovery. Possibly most importantly, he rooted a church in downtown Whitesburg, got married, and owns a home, says ARC. Of course, ARC says that. All right. So, again, this is how it looks when you mix and match, good with the evil, man. This is how it looks. We're going to get into a minute by minute video from the day of the shooting of the shooting that occurred in Whitesburg. All right, against towards Judge Mullins. And again, we're going to look at all of this together because I don't understand why we have not heard from this man. You was with him all day. Now we already unpacked my Stamper. We already unpacked Stamper. We was trying to figure out what he was even investigating. The man didn't know nothing on the preliminary hearing. The preliminary hearing was at least a month after the shooting occurred. He knew nothing. He's the lead investigator, or like Michael Proctor was, the case officer. Yeah, lead investigator, dude. All right. We have no idea what that was about. And so we're going to look at a minute by minute video and see what happens. All right. This is from R&M Productions. Shout out to R&M Productions on YouTube. They have their channels off the chain as well. I'm gonna go ahead and, matter of fact, let me before we get into it too much, let's see if I can share this link of this video with everyone. All right. See if I can share this link with the video, everyone. Okay. And then you all can go ahead and subscribe to their channel because they dope. They doing good work over there. They dope. All right. Let's go ahead and hit the like button real quick. Hit the like button for your boy. Hit the like button for your boy, man. We are out here trying to do the right thing. We are prefacing this day before we get to the meat and potatoes tomorrow with Taya Adams. Taya Adams will be our special guest tomorrow on Taybiz TV, and we are doing an interview. And you saw the thumbnail, Letcher County corruption. We are trying to fight against it. That's what she's doing. And one of the things that she said to me, and I'm going to say this real quick before we play the video. One of the things she said to me during our private meeting, and I will disclose this of what she said. She told me that a lawyer reached out to her. I believe she said a lawyer reached out to her, and she saw the case against her, which is the parole sentence until 2099. And she said that the person was able to find this situation out from watching this show. Okay, from watching this show. And they reached out to her to help assist in fighting this case because they stated how illegal this case was that she's under. So shout out to Biz Nation. All right. Shout out to Biz Nation. Shout out to Biz Nation, because you never know. Look, the channel is small right now. That's fine. But you never know, man. You never know who you're touching and all that kind of stuff. And maybe my channel is not meant to be a big channel. Maybe it's meant to be a more intimate and private and small channel like this. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. I just want to make sure that we make impact. You know what I'm saying? And we have made some impact. So shout out to you all again. Shout out to you all again. All right. That is what's up. That made me feel good yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, man. That made me feel good yesterday. I'm telling you. I mean, it did. It touched my heart. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like, I was really, really happy that occurred, man. So I want Ty Adams to get the best representation and the best help as possible, along with others. All right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and look at a minute by minute play of the day of Mickey Stines shooting, the shooting of Judge Kevin Mullins. Let's go. . September the 19th. Okay, who do you see? Who do you see? Kevin Mullins, Shawn Mickey Stines. I forgot this gentleman's name, but who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Huh? The boy Michael Clark, man. Let's go. Shout out to you, Lexington the law nerd. What up, though? He said I came right on time. You sure did. Look at that. Michael Clark over there on his phone, chilling. Everybody chilled out. It's 12:02, y'all. This is minute by minute on here. Look at how much information we are looking at right now. Now, what is the mood looking like to you all? What is the mood looking like to you all? Just off body language. All right, KP said chill. Chill little vibe going on. Gotta be a real chill vibe. Look, he's sitting on the ledge, chilling. His arms, his leg crossed. Everyone seemed relaxed. Look at this gentleman. Chilling. Look, the good old boys just kicking it. Kicking it. He on his phone chilling. I put it at 125. What up, though, Jenny? Appreciate you stopping by tonight. Again, if you would like more information about the Shawn Mickey Stines case, I have pinned the folder to the chat. You can click that link and you can see all the information that we have so far. The motion to unseal the psych evaluation of Mickey Stines is up there as well. We have the motion to dismiss the indictment is up there. All these things will be covered in the hearing on August the 15th, which is next Friday. What's the mood? What's the mood? Everybody chilling, laughing. Now, remember the, oh, I'm gonna let it play. Remember the storyline is Shawn Mickey Stines was acting strange. He was acting really strange, right? Oh, Shawn Mickey Stines was so strange that day. He was just really, I don't know, he was like really strange. I just wish this had audio. Oh my God, I wish it had audio so bad. I would love to be a fly on the wall on what they're talking about right now. Now, I will say this, that there was a comment that I received in one of the videos where I believe I have a photo of it. Here it is. So I'm gonna play this photo real quick. Let me shoot this photo up real quick. Shay Day 77. Shout out to Shay Day 77 for, first of all, commenting on the in one of our videos. All right, she said, Tavis TV, that is his chambers. The smoke room was through the small hallway, through the door Stein's locked. Out the locked door, there's a bathroom to the left, a door to the right that goes right to the courtroom, and then you go straight into the smoke room. So that, and Shay Day 77 said that because she said that she actually not only lives in Letcher, but she also worked there as well. So we got a couple things. We got Hillbilly Crime saying that somebody who was actually, involved sees it differently. So we'll see what uncovers in the trial. Okay, there it is. Okay, that's the room that she's talking about. That's the smoking room. That's the chill room. Got the refrigerator and everything. Judge Kevin Mullins in there. Sheriff office not too far. This is where everybody going to the street bar and grill, right? Look at this video. These video cameras on point, right? So everybody going in there chilling. So it's 116. Walks out, checks his phone. Now he leaves first. Notice that now. Shawn Stines leave first. ahead of everyone. Mm-hmm. There go Mickey Stines there. And who was with him? Who is this gentleman? Who is this gentleman? The good old boy, Michael Clark, right there with him. Yeah, the best friend that won't say nothing about the whole thing. Been with him the whole time. Now, if you notice real quick, I'm sorry to stop y'all. I promise. But if you notice real quick, everybody's starting to look different to me in body language. Okay. Remember, we saw them earlier. Now, let's look at it now. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's attentive. He's talking to him. I'm talking to him. The whole little thing. Mickey told everybody to get out. Mickey told everybody to get out. Got some concerns, man. What up, though, sassy granny? Happy to have you here. Absolutely, that's fact. They left together to deliver dinners. Absolutely. But for some reason wasn't in no interview. Shout out to the Courier Journal. Now they're having a serious conversation. If somebody could please go to R&M Productions YouTube channel and grab their link so people in this chat can go ahead and subscribe to their channel. They do great work over there. You can go to the phone. Mind you, the hearing is August the 15th. I can't wait. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Mickey Stines will testify in his trial. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Mickey Stines will testify. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it's not a good idea. If it's not a good idea, put a 2 in the chat. No, my birthday is in December, not today. Okay, now that's the judge's phone. Calling the daughter. Now watch him lean back. Close. Look, he's on the phone. Then there's a lean back that's going to take place. There it is. Come on, right there. A little bit of a lean back, and then toss the phone right to him. Oh, turn up. Sit down. Wait, he's fine. He locked the door, y'all. We don't have to do all that, man. He ain't like that. All right. Now, we know what happened. All right, we know what happened. We know what happened. What I did not know that's Mickey Stines. Now, I never knew he walked out until I saw this. How? Wait, that is Mickey Stines right there, y'all. This man just shot. Let's keep looking at this. That is Shawn Mickey Stines. First of all, we already know it's him by the walk. Okay, the walk is very distinctive. Can't hide that walk. All right. Shawn Mickey Stines was able to leave out of he was able to leave the scene of the crime, dog. I'm trying to figure out how that even happened. Okay, there's a few people that know that it was just Mickey Stines and Kevin Mullins in the chambers, right? One of those people who knew that Mickey Stines was in the chambers with his best friend was Michael Clark. Not only was he best friends with Judge Kevin Mullins and Shawn Mickey Stines, but he was also Mickey Stines' pastor, according to him. Now, a gun without a silencer is a loud gun, okay? There's a break room right across the hallway. The door was closed, but it's not one of those thick doors. Like, you can still hear something, maybe, but a gunshot for sure. Mickey Stines was able to walk right out that boy. That's him right there. The gun that he used to shoot Judge Kevin Mullins, he put it back in his holster. Look at him. Hold on. This is unbelievable. Please make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. The shooter already left the building, gentlemen. He's trying to get y'all attention. Look at this. Did you see what just happened? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But did you see what just happened? The police pull up like they're going to do something. Look at the police. Look at the police. Look at the police. They done pulled up. Look at him. Look at him coming out. Look at big fella. Look at big fella right here. Look at big fella right here. He got his gun out. He's facing. Y'all know? Do y'all understand what's going on right now? He is facing the direction that Mickey Stines is walking towards. And Mickey Stines is coming back. Yo. Unbelievable. And Mickey Stines what is going on? Yo, this is mad wild, dog. They are literally running past the shooter. He's running past the shooter. First of all, can I say something real quick? Why is everybody so calm? Why is okay? Listen to me, man. Listen to me real quick for just a second, okay? And I promise you we're going to get right back to this video. This is the judge of your county. There is a shooting that's happening in your county building, in your court county. Let your court clerk, that's where the courtroom is there. The jail is downstairs. Everything is in there. You heard gunshots, okay? You heard gunshots. You had to have heard gunshots in there. And police is pulling up like crazy. Everybody, the police is on frantic mode. You got a big dude with a vest, police vest on. He got his machine gun out. Like he getting ready to look for the predator from the movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers, God rest his soul, was in. And he's running right past the man that did it. And then everybody is looking at this man run in the court building with a gun. No one is panicking. Look at this very carefully. No, see, no one is shuffling. Show me. That's Michael Clark right here. That is Michael Clark right here. Good Starfish and Coffee. Starfish and Coffee. That's Mickey. That's Michael Clark right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the reason why we talking. So now we unpacked Stamper, who was the lead investigator. He wasn't even no investigator. He didn't invest nothing. He was just a mess. He had nothing to say on this thing. He was worthless when it comes to information. And then here it is, a man who proclaims to be the best friend of Kevin Mullins, the best friend of Shawn Mickey Stines. And he heard gunshots. He knew Shawn Mickey Stines did it. You can't tell me he didn't know. He knew it because he left the room right before it happened. He left the room right before it happened. And then you want to talk about all the rumors and all the gossip that y'all doing. Y'all gonna see when it comes out the truth. Yeah, the truth is you are a coward. The truth is you are worthless when it comes to friendship, because there's no way. I've been with my friend all day. I know he moving weird, and all of a sudden I'm gonna leave him alone with my other best friend. Did you hear what I just said? I got two homies. One of the homies I've been with all day. And that homie, all of a sudden, when I started talking later on, he got mental illness. Now all of a sudden, mental illness is real. You see how fake this is? You see how fake this dude is? Now mental illness is a thing after he already shot your other best friend, bro. When you was in the building with them. And if you saw the tension, if I see the tension between two of the homies, I'm gonna be like, yo, what up, though? I'm gonna become the mediator because they the homie. They the homies. So I'm about to be the mediator, like, bros, what's up, man? Let's have a conversation. And I'm gonna be the mediator because I know when two men have a disagreement, the level of violence is heightened. There ain't gonna be no arguing between dudes. Somebody gonna get slapped out. So my thing is, how do you leave the room, first of all, with two of the homies that's already got, one of the homies got beef. One of the homies is acting weird. They've been acting weird since lunch. He's sounding weird. He want everybody out. I'm gonna be like, no, I ain't getting out. Nope, I ain't getting out. Man, this don't even feel right now. I ain't getting out. Make me get out. Make me get out. I ain't getting out. I ain't leaving the room. He leaves the room. And now he's eyeing, now he's following. Look. Now he's following. Look at how he walks right the same way Mickey Stines walked. Mickey Stines going that direction, right? Now watch when Mickey Stines walk back. Police pull up on that bull job. Always after the fact. They need some minority report up in the. They need a minority report, dog. Look who walking in the same direction. Look, staring him down, looking right at him. You know he shot your friend. And you don't want to do an interview. You don't want to say nothing. But what you will do is throw your friend who's alive under the bus and be like, you know what? Mental illness is real. This man done helped you bring people to your recovery company that you've been doing your thing with Tim Robinson. He's been doing all this stuff. Mickey Stines been doing good work with you for years. He your best friend. Now all of a sudden, throw him under the bus. Mental illness is real. Well, if mental illness was real, and if you are a man of God, that means you should have some discernment. You should have some discernment when it comes to your people that's around you. You should have some discernment, especially when it comes to your people that's your best friends. And if I know somebody that I love is moving on some weird time with somebody else that I love, and I see that there's a potential beef, I'm gonna be like, yo, what up, though, man? We ain't got time. We too old for this. We too this. Like, we about to get it. We gonna talk about this and get it popping, get it over with. Bury the hatchet, whatever. If you're gonna sever ties, sever ties. But what you're not gonna do is hurt each other. Now, United States said friends don't let friends drive drunk. Well, friends don't let friends kill each other either. Friends don't let friends beat each other down to the ground. Man, crazy. Everybody chilling outside, dog. It's crazy. My man running right past Mickey Stines, bro. Oh my goodness. Michael Clark right there. Michael Clark is right here. This man is chilling. Now he goes back in.
I got emergency at the courthouse. I need ambulance here right now. District courtroom.
Which court? Which courthouse?
Court. Next county.
And what's going on?
Judge has been shot.
The judge?
Yes.
What's his name?
Kevin Mullins.
Go ahead.
What are you not?
Shots fired at the Electric County Courthouse and somebody shot Judge Mullins.
You're again.
No, sir. Just come out on the radio. Well, I told him to put them inside the room so they don't copy each other, too. Yeah. Have you got the witnesses? No. They're doing the witnesses. Who doing the witnesses? Justin and a couple other people are walking the witness on the left after there.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Shout out to Marie Morgan. Marie Morgan, thank you for coming through and watching this show. I know this is devastating for you and for the community. I am from Letcher County. This whole thing has been devastating to our community. Lots and lots of unanswered questions, and no press conference have ever been done by our county governor. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about right here. There is no way. This is the reason why I am so vested in this case. First of all, I've never heard of a sheriff shooting the judge. And there has been nothing, there has been no press release, there's been no anything about this. This is devastating. Thank you, Marie Morgan, for watching the show. And I definitely appreciate this. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for just coming through. Thank you for being part of this. Yeah, even she said no press conference from anyone in the Ben Fields case. Exactly. And we talked about the Ben Fields case here on this show, on this channel. We unpacked the Ben Fields case. Nothing about the Ben Fields case came out in a way that should have came out. So once again, thank you so much for coming through. And hopefully you subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you like this video and like this stream. And then because I'm definitely going to continue on to uncover things and look deeper into things. You can actually pin, like I said, I have a message pinned to the chat. It has the link to my Shawn Mickey Stines folder where I have all like the depositions and the indictments and the motion to the motions that's been filed and things like that are in the folder. So go ahead and feel free to take a look at those things on your free time. But thank you once again for being a part. I appreciate you.
Work of securing the crime scene began.
I think he's hitting that other one.
Go ahead. They still got the 1015 in the foyer of the courthouse. There's also some witnesses in the judge's office, not far from where he's at. You want us to go ahead and get down to the jail so we can get the rest of the witnesses out of the judge's office.
Thank you, chat, for showing their love. I appreciate it.
got a lot going on right now. That it is, brother.
You okay?
Now, isn't this a different Mickey Stines from what we saw earlier when he was doing drug busts? Isn't this is the different? This is what KP was talking about earlier. Shout out to KP in the chat. This is what we was talking about earlier. His demeanor is completely different. So, see, if you believe everything for face value, you will never get the truth, man. I'm telling you, you will never get the truth. We have to deep dive. This is a totally different Mickey Stines right here. First of all, the man was able to walk. We just saw a video. The man was able to walk outside after he did it. No one, but not one person in front of the building budged. No one, there was no franticism, there was no panic, there was nothing going on.
Why are you going to transport me in a vehicle for?
Probably not to put you in Ledger County Jail. I mean,
Why?
Just probably because I don't know though. I don't know if that's
I don't
happening.
mind to be down there.
You don't mind to be down there?
They'll put me in a
Well, I mean,
cell.
we'll talk about that. You know, I have to talk to see what the logistics is down there.
I gotta get put in
Yeah,
that
sure.
vehicle and go outside.
Well, yeah, I understand why you're worried, but at the same time, you know how it is for something like this. We're going to be worried about you in the jail down here with local people. You
Right
know?
now, I'm alive and well, no weapons on me. So if I leave this building, I won't draw another breath.
You hear what the man said?
We're going to
Go where?
in one of these rooms, and we're going to talk.
Marie Morgan says, I am a registered nurse. I have worked with mental health. He has what I call doll eyes. Nothing of the situation was sinking in. He was not right.
Real fast.
Oh, yeah, not one of these right here.
I don't know. I think they cleared one out. So
You ever feel safe doing that?
why? I ain't gonna let nothing happen. Okay, I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. So don't worry about that. I'll stick with you until you go to your cell. Okay, you'll be all right. I promise you.
I know better than that.
What? Nicky, you know, we just talked about we known each other forever. I ain't gonna let nobody hurt you. Would you talk right here? If we pulled up some chairs, we'll just talk low. We're just trying to let everybody hear stuff and see everything.
I don't care if everybody hears. I just don't feel safe.
Okay. Well, here you should feel safe. There's cameras here. There's people everywhere. People in there. So if we pull up some chairs right here, would you talk to us right here?
And you don't have problem transport stuff.
Well, that's transport is another issue. We'll make sure you're safe on that too. We'll wait till after we get done talking.
I ain't trying to be difficult, guys, but I don't feel safe.
So we got to know what led to this, Mickey.
He said, I'm not trying to be difficult, guys, but I don't feel safe.
What transpired leading up to this? Because I know it just didn't happen for no reason. Something's happened. Everything has a reason why it happened and why somebody acts the way they do. We'll be fair to you.
Just don't beat on me.
I ain't gonna beat on you. Nobody else is gonna beat on you. You know
Jeez,
that.
oh, jeez.
Somebody don't kill me, man.
Nobody's gonna shoot you. Nobody's gonna kill you.
Don't do that. Don't shoot me. Kill me and stuff.
So what? Tell me about what was going on earlier today. What was you doing earlier today? Tell me about your day.
It was fine.
Good day? Normal stuff? Office stuff? Why was you over here at the courthouse? Just was you have to come over here, drop off some papers, so you come over here to talk to somebody
Come over here all the time.
for court?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just come over. We had lunch together at Street Side.
Who did?
Several people.
Who all had lunch? Let's talk about it. What happened today?
Which jail we're going to.
I think, not positive, Mickey, but I think we're transporting you to the Leslie County Jail.
Look at his face.
And Mickey, you've been around.
You look at his face. He like look at that. Look at that.
For your safety. And Mickey, you've been around most.
I'll never make it to Leslie County Jail.
Hey, who do you want to?
Uncomfortable laughter. Uncomfortable laughter.
Who do you want? Who do you want to transport you? Of all the police officers here, who do you want to go with you? It'll be you has to be at least one KSB officer. Even if you ask one of your deputies, who Jason Bates is going to transport you. I'll go with Jason Bates. You know me and Bates our whole lives. You know we ain't going to do anything to you. I'll go with Bates down there with you.
Nick, why do you think we're going to do something to you? I don't understand that. Why would we want to hurt somebody on the way?
Because them good old boys always stay connected, man. You don't know who they are.
No, that's actually kind of insulting. We do that.
No. Feel insulted.
This is obviously a very crappy situation, but I assure you that we have no intentions of harming you whatsoever.
We ain't going to do anything to you.
Yeah, I'm not going back one of them rooms now.
We ain't. We'll talk right here. Yeah.
Come on, be fair to me now.
We're going to be fair.
I seen the look.
From who?
Jackie. Y'all, come on now.
No, worry about that.
This is
let's be fair.
Nobody's going to lay a finger on you. I promise that.
Don't shoot me.
I know. I don't know you nothing like these guys do, Mickey, but unfortunately, they've told me this is my case. But I guarantee you, nobody within the state police has any ill intentions, or nobody's going to lay a finger on you. Why would?
There he is.
Just tell me to be fair with me. Mickey, you know we will be. You know we will be. You know I've worked with you for how long now? You know how I've worked. You know how I've operated. I've always been fair with anybody. They say he's transporting. Yeah. So who's waiting on us at the Leslie County Jail or
nobody?
Yeah. Just be fair to me, man. Give me a trial. Give me a trial. You know we're gonna be fair to you.
Give me a trial for real.
Box litter, just be fair to me, man. Give me a trial.
I told him I'll ride with you too. Make sure nothing.
Yeah, he can ride with. He can ride with me. If that makes you feel better. I mean, I understand why everybody come in huffing and puffing. They say, well, man.
Well, emotions are high when things happen like that. They don't know if you still want to be aggressive towards them.
Well, I was already cuffed, man, sitting down, and
I know.
The other guys have patted me down and stuff.
Well, I've not been aggressive with you any. Clayton has not. I know Bates has not. So you're okay. I promise you. Okay, you're okay.
Mickey, it's our job now to protect you. I mean, you're in our custody. We're going to do our best to make sure nothing happens to you. And we sure ain't going to do that to you.
Mickey, you know we will be. You know we put out 5 grandkids. But you know we will be. You know I've not been unfair to anybody I dealt with. Not with me. Yeah. And we've been together a long time. We have. Yeah. Just, even after I get there and stuff.
We're going to make sure you're all right. Don't worry. We ain't going to let nothing happen to you. I promise you that. Nothing. I'll go with him. And nobody's going to intersect with us or anything.
No, I promise you, I'll drive you the whole way.
Why do you think we would do something to you, Mickey? I'm just curious.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much.
We'll be down there a little bit, Bates. I just want to talk to you for a second. So,
if you want to show your support and love, my Cash App is in the chat.
We'll go down there.
And that's all I can do for right now until I get monetized again.
Not outside.
I don't want to go back that way.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
What's the best way to go? I don't know. What's the best way to go, Bates?
I think it is probably that way in the elevator.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can all walk with you.
We'll figure that out.
I promise you, man. Listen, I promise you. You've known me and him for what? Since we were 14. Okay, fair to me. And I promise you, this right here, the Leslie County Jail, and they beat the hell out of me and killed me and stuff there.
Nothing like that.
They're not.
Okay, so I never knew he said that. Now that's very look.
I promise you, this right here, the Leslie County Jail, and they beat the hell out of me and killed me and stuff there.
Nothing like that.
They're not going to do that. Yeah, I promise. And I ain't got nothing on me now. Don't get me back there towards the active crime scene, me and the dead. But people see me.
No.
Listen, the elevator's right there.
Don't they go down the Sally Court?
Or anything. Yeah. You know who's all going on transport?
Me and him. I'll go with him. I'll be in the front, passenger, and he'll be the driver.
You got Stamper. Clueless.
Cameras will be. Listen. Cameras will be on. Everything will be good.
Yeah, I know how that. I will do that.
Okay, Mickey. So listen, let's Do you want to tell us what happened? That's up to you.
Why is the officer asking more questions than the lead investigator?
I mean, like I said, something led up to this. It just didn't happen. We would just like to know why it transpired this way. If you don't want to, that's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No.
Why in the world would we do that?
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? Just making sure. And if not, then we'll try to figure out the transport situation.
What do you mean trying to figure out? You already told me what it was.
Well, we're going to take you down there and stuff. So.
Shout out to Cat Not Wins for the $20 cash app. I appreciate you, baby girl. For pretend memberships. I appreciate you.
Let us know what happened.
That's hilarious.
Just if you don't care to hang tight, because I took on some of this property, I just need to give that to somebody. Okay. I'm probably
now you guys are
do
me and
I need to get.
All I had was
You had your cell phone, your keys. I need to take that holster and
now come on now.
I need to go give that to somebody else. I need to move my car. My car's in the middle of the street. Actually, I may leave my keys with you.
Okay.
If you could take it to my house and just drop it off.
Come on, sure, guys.
That property's in my seat. If you want to do that,
Okay.
Get one of them to follow you or something.
Okay.
You don't care?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. We'll do that. Let me and we'll let you take that with other people.
Me, guys.
What are you going to?
Come on now.
Can you slide your shoes on, Mickey?
No, come on. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Mickey, nobody's going to treat you unfairly at all, okay?
You want one more drink of
Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Jennifer Stewart. Jenny, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And another $20 cash app saying thank you so much for sharing your content. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
water before we go too?
Come on now. Don't do me like
Very,
this.
very grateful. Thank you.
Nothing's going to happen to you. I promise you. So we're not even going to worry
Do
about
me
it.
like this now, guys. Come on now. Mickey, nobody's going to lay a finger on you, okay? Come on now. Can we loosen these up? My hands are.
Let's
Means
get
a
down
lot.
here to
Thank you so
Sallyport.
much.
Come on now.
Wow.
Yes, it will be. Come on.
Here's this holster. Yeah.
Come on now, guys.
Mickey, you're fine. I got my camera on.
Come on now, guys. No.
We got to get down there some way,
No.
okay? Mickey.
No, that ain't the way to the jail now, guys.
What's the way to the jail? How do you get down there? I don't know. I've never done it from
That
here.
ain't the way to the jail.
What's the way to the jail? I thought the elevator went.
No. This elevator.
Does the elevator go down to the jail?
No.
They don't?
No, that elevator don't go down jail. That elevator only goes up circuit court.
But only
we get to south.
it's either outside or through this stairwell.
You don't have to go outside.
How do you get there? Show
You
us.
can go through that stairwell right there.
Well, come on. Show us. I don't know it.
Come on now, guys. Be fair with me now.
I've been to this floor of the courthouse.
We can get to the jail right here too. I'll show you.
We know there's people in there. We can't.
Okay. All right. This part right here, it goes to where, and we've covered this part already before, but I want to get to, before it gets too late, I want to get to where the questions of everyone, again, I just wanted to go back to this real quick. Everyone that was in those chambers were being interviewed. All right. But for some reason, Michael A. Clark, the best friend of both of these gentlemen, nowhere to be found. Let's go.
The sheriff, his wife and daughter, and perhaps the judge. But it paints a very different story than the one that has dominated the airwaves and the news for the last 10 months.
When I got to the courthouse today, Mickey came in and one of Kevin was in a Zoom meeting. I was sitting in the jury room talking to them. He came in and he said, I need to talk to Kevin, and someone said he's in a Zoom meeting. And he had a file in his hand, and he seemed upset then. So I don't know if he was mad about something in that file, or maybe they had a disagreement about that. He was like adamant he needed to talk to Kevin, and he had his file in his hand, so I don't know if that had anything to do with anything. But it was something about domestic violence. Something in the file about domestic violence. I don't know if it's someone he knew and he wasn't happy about what Kevin said. We went over to lunch together today, Mickey and Kevin, Christy, Tim, Michael Clark. We had street
Who she say? Who she say? Who she say? Michael Clark.
Watched together today. Mickey and Kevin, Christy, Tim, Michael Clark.
Mickey and Kevin, Chrissy, Tim, Michael Clark.
We had street fight, and Mickey acted really strange today. I've been around him a lot. He's always a real funny cup, easy come guy, and he acted strange at lunch. And I don't know if this matters, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, because after it's odd to me. He leaned back in his chair at lunch, and they were talking about re-election. He said, "I'll never make it to the next election." So,
okay, right there. Now, again, witness testimony is considered evidence in a trial. Okay. Witness testimony, is considered evidence in a trial. So this statement could have the potential to go lean towards premeditated murder, because he's already thinking that he's not going to be reelected because he knows he's about to do something. See, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. And so this is going to be, I'm telling you, she's going to be a witness on the stand for sure. For sure. Because first of all, she liked to spill the beans. She said, "I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, I don't know if I should tell you or not, but I'm gonna tell you anyway." And then what she said, he leaned back in his chair. I mean, she just started going in. She started giving up information he didn't even ask for. That's a prosecutor's dream.
I don't know if this matters, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, because
I don't know if this matters, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Shit. I mean, she is spilling it, man.
After it's odd to me. He leaned back in his chair at lunch, and they were talking about re-election. He said, "I'll never make it to the next election." Thought that was odd when he said it. Didn't really know what he meant by that.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. And he was, leaning back. His gun was right in front, and Michael Clark looked over and he said, "It's an awful big gun you got there." He said, "Yeah." He said, "These are hot." And he said, "Oh, I don't know." He said, "It looks like you followed the numbers off of it."
Okay, this is, although this is some hearsay going on. What name did she mention?
He said, "I'll never make it to the next election." Thought that was odd when he said it. Didn't really know what he meant by that.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. And he was, leaning back. His gun was right in front, and Michael Clark,
the bestie. The bestie. Michael Clark said, "Oh, Grandma, what big gun you have?"
Over and he said, "It's an awful big gun you got there." He said, "Yeah." He said, "These are hot." And he said, "Oh, I don't know." He said, "It looks like you followed the numbers off of it," which was odd. But now I'm kind of wondering if it was in fact a gun that had the numbers off. We just sat down, we were talking, and Mickey walked in, and he just had a weird look on his face, like he was just, he just looked odd. I thought he looked odd.
This is
Maybe
after
he thought
lunch.
it was his normal action. Oh, he just acted all day today.
Wait a minute. He acted odd all day today. Hello. Didn't we see the footage from earlier? Wasn't everybody just chilling in the chambers? Everybody put chilling in the chambers in the chat, dog. Everybody right now put chilling in the chambers in the chat for me, please. Please Just do that one thing for me one time. We got 90 people watching right now. Just go to the chat and type in "chilling in the chambers," because that's exactly what was going on earlier today. So for her to say he was acting odd all day, that seems exaggerated to me. Chilling in the chamber. Thank you, Marie. Look, Marie chiming right on in. Chilling in the chambers. Everybody put this in the chat. Chilling in the chambers, man. Everybody was chilling in the chambers. There was nothing odd about what was going on earlier. And see, this is the thing about people, man. People will say things that they do not exist. It didn't happen that way. It is hard to come across precise, sequential people. People who are sequential, who know the order of things and can be precise about the order of things that they noticed. And it's also like correlated with the truth and parallel to the truth. It's hard to find people like that. She talking about what Michael Clark said. She talking about what the numbers being rubbed off the gun. She talking about filed off the gun. She talking about he was odd all day. All day? Didn't Mickey Stines and Michael Clark deliver food all day, like most of the day, to the community? The only person that would be able to confirm if he was acting odd or not all day is Michael Clark, his best friend. So he says he is. Michael Clark is the only one that could literally bring this to bed with how Mickey Stines was acting all day. Shout out to Walrus Gumboot. First of all, that's fire. That's a fire name, Walrus Gumboot, and the picture is fire as well. I love that name. So Walrus Gumboot is on point right now. Okay, says something had to have happened on the food delivery with Mickey Stines and Michael Clark. Something. Give me anything. Okay, give me anything, but don't give me this fluff about he was acting odd all day. Odd how? That's a very umbrella term. Odd all day phrase. That's very umbrella-ish. How? In what ways was he acting odd? Okay, a good question would be, did Mickey Stines eat at the restaurant? Did he actually have an appetite? Because what's been said is, and what's been reported is that he was paranoid. Not only the day he shot Judge Kevin Mullins, the man had been paranoid a week or two prior to his deposition. That was 3 days before he shot Judge Kevin Mullins. As a matter of fact, he was so paranoid, he kept his family up. This is what's been reported allegedly. And his wife told him to get out. Now, tell me, did Mickey Stines have an appetite that day? He went to the street bar and grill. Does that mean he ordered anything? Does that mean he ate anything? I heard he hadn't eaten for days or slept. That's another thing. He didn't sleep. As a matter of fact, he kept his family up, especially his daughter. Especially his daughter. So acting all odd all day would mean that would be my next question. You all went to the street bar and grill today, correct? Yes. Okay. Did Mickey Stines eat any food? Because what's odd is a person working or doing something all day and not eating or drinking anything. I didn't even see Mickey Stines grab a bottle of water. It's a refrigerator right across the hallway from the chambers that got water in it. It got to have some water in it. It's a break room. Did Mickey Stines have any water? She was in the break room. She would have known. She was in the break room when Mickey Stines walked across the hall and Judge Mullins followed behind. And then Mickey Stines left with Michael Clark. Michael Clark came back. Him and Mickey Stines came back and walked through that same room, that same door that goes across the break room, across the hall to the chambers. Did you see Mickey Stines drink or eat anything? Because if he's acting oddly, then one of the things I would love to know is if he ate food. Because it's hard to do that. It is hard to try. It is hard to consider unaliving someone on purpose, which you've never had to do before as a sheriff. You never had to do it before. All of a sudden to do it that day, I don't think an appetite would be the first thing on your mind. So did you eat? Chat, do you think the man ordered any food? Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Excuse me for 1 second. No one on their interview said that Mickey Stines ate anything. No one on these interviews have witnessed Mickey Stines at that restaurant eating any food. Speaking on behalf of the Brothers of Big LLC, I am the president and also the client. If you've been working all day, okay, all day, you're gonna want some. You're gonna want some. But you notice the difference when it's something on your mind weighing heavy on you, when it's something on your mind that's causing an acute level of stress, your appetite leaves you. Cadna Williams said he was hangry. Okay. So you can't tell me that Mickey Stines had, if you can't tell me he had an appetite, and I'm like, okay, well, if he's acting strange, what other ways were he acting strange? Don't know about food or drink, but he had Michael Clark with his ass all day. Absolutely. And if Michael Clark is the one that can detect what was going on with Shawn Mickey Stines. How is it that these people? This is the reason why I had to rewatch this so many times. This is the reason why I'm having this live tonight. How is it that these people can say that Shawn Mickey Stines was acting odd all day when they were not even around him all day? Excuse my level. I'm getting passionate right now. I apologize. I apologize. You wasn't even with my man all day. But you know who was? Michael Clark. Not Duncan. This is Michael A. Clark. Okay? All day. All day. And nobody heard anything from this guy. All day. It's ridiculous.
And he walked in and they were really hateful voice. He wanted me to get out of here and need to talk to Kevin in private. And we all just kind of looked at each other because it's Kevin's office, so it was odd to me that he was telling people to get out of Kevin's office.
He seemed odd. He just seemed off. Like, what do you normally say? He just, I don't know. There's just something that just didn't seem right. Yeah, something on his mind. Or something. He wasn't present. That makes sense. You know, this was something was just off. Because like, it was odd. Like, he had his gun on him, and Michael was commented about something they're giving a hard time.
Okay, well, first of all, that's not a talking point because Mickey Stines having his gun on him he's supposed to have his gun on him. He's a sheriff. So him bringing up that made no sense. It makes no sense at all. He had his gun on him. Well, yeah, he the sheriff, bro. Duh.
Something was just off. It was odd. He had his gun on him, and Michael had a comment about something they're giving a hard time about his gun getting small, and they asked me, there's a piece of paper.
Yes, Mickey Stines did lose weight before he had this.
He's like, I need you to get that paper. He's like, nah, man. So it was just odd. You come in and start, everybody needs to leave, and the tone, the meter was changed, tone was changed right now.
Judge is my best friend. We all lunch together. It's street fight. And he did tell Judge he needed to talk to him when we got back. But we all, after we've been in court, after the judge's office, and Mickey walked in and told us to all get out. He needed to talk to him.
I'm sorry, Walrus. These folks must have been unaware of his deposition that occurred earlier in the week. You mean 3 days before? Oh, yeah. That deposition? You mean the deposition that only occurred because his deputy, Ben Fields, was on Mr. Nasty time? That one? Yeah, they didn't know nothing about that. Couldn't have. I'm with you 100%. They couldn't have. This is absolutely insane.
Just get out. I don't know exact word. But it was odd the way he did it. It wasn't normal. I mean, we all kick and bicker at each other all the time, but it's like fun. Just workplace. They always have been buddies. I heard gunshots and I just jumped up and ran. I ran out as fast as I could. I came to this building and locked myself in. Honestly, at first I thought something fell over, but then it continued. Like I heard the very first one. The first two were like right back to back with that first one. I thought something had failed, but then I immediately heard the second one and I ran.
Bull. I'm sorry. I gotta call Cap. I gotta call it, man. Bull. You thought the first gunshot you heard, you thought something fell. The only thing that fell was your common sense. You didn't say something like, man, I thought it was firecrackers. Even I would have gave you grace on that. I would have gave you mad grace on that. You feel me? But let me tell you something. Something fell. Nah. Thank you, KP. Cap, dog. Cap. Shout out to, is that Sheila? And this woman saying he was my best friend. Really? Exactly. How do you think a gunshot is similar in sound to something falling? The cap is so real on these interviews. I'm telling you, this is why I am so like, my question is, this has been my question from the beginning of this whole thing. Is first degree murder the correct categorization of the crime? Is it the right charge? Because there are degrees of murder, and I have been like really betwixt when it comes to first degree and the manslaughter, voluntary. I've been ping-ponging with both of those. And things like this, my bad, this way. Stuff like this makes me go ping pong again. It just does. Like premeditated, it's too many things. Right. And so Jenny like said, yes, first degree is IMO in my opinion. Right. And see, and that's the thing, like that's the reason why I'm betwixt. But see, the only thing that it's that phone exchange. It is the phone exchange that just twists the entire whole thing for me. If that phone exchange didn't happen, I would say, you know what? Absolutely. First degree, he meant to do that. He thought about it all day long. But that phone exchange, something had to have happened. It seems like before that phone exchange, there was a possibility of suspicious thought. And then his suspicious thought was confirmed in the phone exchange. Then all of a sudden, 8 shots later. You see, that's the reason why I'm like, is this 100% first degree? So that's my only thing. Look, like, there you go. The phone exchange, the food run. Like, he was like, even now the food run, you could have still had a premeditated thought to do something with a food run. Like, even with some people who have done first degree murder, they will carry on their day like it's nothing, knowing that they're going to do something. But that phone exchange, though, to me, that phone exchange was like, that's where it gets muddy for me, because that had something to do with his daughter. It don't matter. Everybody keeps saying, especially the major networks, it had nothing to do with his daughter, like Court TV and all. It had nothing to do with his daughter. We found out it had nothing to do with his daughter. What was it then? You know, you got a sheriff that just wakes up in the morning and just want to unalive someone. That don't even make sense. Especially a sheriff with a history of not doing anything illegal. And he has no priors. And he's up for an election. Yeah, I won't be here for the next election. See, and again, now if I'm the defense, that could mean anything. That could mean anything. That could also mean, like, he said that not knowing if he was or was not going to be running again based upon what he would have found out in that phone. Not his phone, the judge's phone. That phone exchange messed me up. It messed me up. I'm like, dang, dog. Like, is that really? Because it wouldn't have mattered what was on the phone. If I'm just going to unalive you, I'm just going to do it. If I got it in my mind to do it already, it doesn't matter what I find out. It doesn't even matter. I'm going to just do this. It's almost like saying a person, like, you going to the party tomorrow? And they're like, I mean, I might not. I don't know, man. I might not. And then tomorrow comes and they come to find out they get into like a scuffle or something that caused them to go to jail. They don't know what's going to happen next, but it's a possibility that that something might happen. You know, it's that thing. I may have used the wrong analogy. I'm sorry, but it's that thing. It's like, I may not be in the re-election, meaning it all depends on what happens next. And if it all depends on what happens next, that can't be premeditated because it depends on something else. It didn't depend on the fact that you had it in your mind to just do it. Now, I'm thinking like a defense person. So what Jenny is saying on face is like, yeah, you meant to do it anyway because of the fact of how this all played out. It looks like you wanted to do this, bro. Looks like you wanted to just go ahead and do some vigilante justice and just get him up out of here because he did something to you. He was about to do something to your daughter. So, but at the same time, the sequences of things happening makes it a little bit muddy for me, especially that phone exchange. Sheila said, you need to do a video with Elizabeth on Hillbilly Crime. She lives in the same time. I know exactly. Look, shout out to Sheila real quick. I'm telling you, I've been bigging up Hillbilly Crime for a while now. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we have an interview with Ty Adams. Please make sure you are here tomorrow. We're going to get back to the video in a minute. But I need to reach out to Elizabeth Jones because I would really love to talk to her. First of all, she's a sweetheart. And I would really love to talk to her because she's a straight talker. Like, she is very pragmatic. She does not mince words. when they don't need to be minced. And she does it in a very loving way, by the way. So it's very interesting how she rolls. But I would love, because I've been following this. I've been following this for a long time. I've been following this since it started, and I would love to get more people to talk to about this, especially that lives there. What time is the interview tomorrow? It is 6:30 p.m. The same time this stream started. 6:30 p.m. Okay, 6:30 p.m. All right, let's get back to it real quick. Let's see what the rest of this interview is about. Let's go.
Things are weird today. This morning, I don't even know actually who else involved, honestly, but this morning, Mickey came over, they didn't talk about Judge that wouldn't need to go, whatever, he just seemed a little off.
He's wanting to get the judge to sign EPO?
Oh no, somebody was coming to draw the warden, and he didn't ask questions about it or something. But he was just like walking back and forth, walking around. He came back from lunch. The thing I thought was odd was whenever he came back, he had his cut on his side.
The sheriff did?
It's just in normal clothes today. So I didn't even know if he was working, honestly. And then, because he didn't have it when he was first there. So then he came back with it.
Several sources said that the sheriff was kicked out of his home by his wife. They had some sort of a dispute, the night before the shooting. That was the reason that he was in plain clothes, because he wasn't able to have a uniform wherever he was, and that he showed up. When you see him in the judge's chambers, he's not wearing his sheriff's outfit. The sheriff, then we know about his movements, at some point went to see his daughter, and she didn't want to talk to him. So he then drove to the courthouse, and he went to see the judge. We do know that he picked up the phone and he tried to call his daughter from the judge's chambers.
Okay, I'm gonna come over there.
Then he used the judge's phone and she answered. So
Thank
we
you,
had a
Charles.
situation where the sheriff
Appreciate
had
you.
domestic issues at home. Clearly, he was kicked out of his house. There's been some dispute from different sources about when it happened, but my sources are saying it was that night before the actual shooting. And he was in a great deal of distress.
Great deal of distress. I appreciate you, Talls. Thank you so much. I hope this channel serves you well, man. Continue to rock with us.
But it's up to
I
you.
really, really appreciate it.
I
Thank
see
you
my
so much.
daughter
Thank
in
you so
person
much.
Here
At the jail.
Yeah, at the jail, through the screen, on the phone, I want to see my daughter in person. And then after that, I'll tell you everything.
Now this piece right here, if I see my daughter in person, I will tell you everything. And that tells me everything I need to know. Okay, in like motivation, like what is it? What is it? What is that motivation? What compelled you to be like, you know what? I need to get this done before something happens to my child. Again, it's a vigilante justice attempt, in my opinion. And this is the thing. When we covered Taya Adams' story on this channel and her interview with Gavin Fish, which was an awesome interview. Gavin is a great dude. When she said, when he asked her, like, what do you think about the Mickey Stines case? She said, I think that, like, she did not like the fact of what the families have to go through. She was very, very empathetic about that. Somebody, one of the mods, please go to Hillbilly Crimes channel and drop it for us, please, in the chat. Thank you. And she was very empathetic about that, but she also said, "But Mickey Stines is I'm actually thankful for what he did, and Mickey Stines is my hero, and I don't think he should be sitting in jail right now." That is how direct she was about this. So when he says, "Man, let me see my daughter, and I'll tell you everything you need to know." Oh, we won't be able to do that, man. We got to call your wife, and you got to be okay with your wife, and then blah, 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 blah. Mickey Stines was like, if I want to see my daughter, so you cannot tell me that this had nothing to do, like absolutely nothing to do with his daughter, based on this. Based on this. Like our last live stream that we did was with Taya Adams, the story behind her that we came across. Thankfully, and shout out to again Hillbilly Crime and Gavin Fish for that, because we wanted to deep dive into it, into her, and then we went on her actual channel, which is Appalachian. She's Appalachian Dreamer is the name, and I think the YouTube channel is at APPALDREAM, so Apple Dream, like that. And it should be Taya's channel. Her channel just reached 1,000 subscribers, by the way, so that's what's up. But yeah, this is something that I've been holding on to. Like, it has to be, the daughter has to be some type of motivation at some point, you know what I mean, at some point. And thank everybody for continuing to rock with me tonight. We're gonna get through this, okay? I'm not gonna say too longer, okay? I know everyone is Thursday, it's Friday Eve. Everybody got to go to work in the morning to finish out their week, so I'm sorry to hold you up too long. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue real quick.
Well, in front of cameras, video recording.
Where's your daughter at? Where's she at?
She's at LCC earlier. She's at LCC. I talked to her.
So, if she finds out that her dad is being arrested for shooting the judge, and she's in high school, I didn't know how old she was, so I didn't know. So she's in high school. What is she, a senior? That's going to be hard.
She will want to see me. She will want. Now, come on, guys, be fair to me now.
Is she 18?
Be fair to me now, guys.
Well, hold on. Is she 18?
Be fair to me now.
No, I'm asking you.
Come on, I want to see my daughter in person.
Is she 18?
Now watch this. Let me. I'm sorry to pause, but watch this. The officer keep asking, "Is she 18? Is she 18?" Because he wants to see his daughter, and he's asking her, "Well, is she 18?" Do you know what the age of consent is for sexual intercourse in Kentucky? Somebody take a wild guess on what the consent age of sexual intercourse is in Kentucky. Super close. It's 16. Okay, 16 is the actual age of consent. So she could consent at 16 to do something like that. To do something like that, she could consent at 16, but she don't have the right to see her own father whenever she wants at that same age. That makes absolutely no sense to me.
I want to see my daughter in person.
She's got a kid. I've got grandkids.
Yeah.
I got 5 grandkids.
Yeah.
5 grandkids.
Listen to me.
I just want to see my daughter.
If she's not 18, we're going to ask your wife. We have to ask your wife if it's okay. You know that. Is she 18?
Christine and LaShawna both said they were both on their way here.
Okay.
They were in here. There was all kinds of people in here just running around chaotic. So
okay.
How am I going to tell you what happened?
To the judge?
Yeah. You know, Christine LaShawna said my wife and daughter's on their way.
Mm-hmm. I know, but you just said how you going to tell us what happened. Everybody's running around chaotic.
It was. I just want to see my daughter.
Is she 18? How old is she? If your wife's out there with her, if she ain't 18, we can ask if that's okay. But if she's 18, we just ask your daughter. So that's what I'm getting at. If she's not 18, we have to ask your wife.
He's not trusting nobody, Jenny. That's what that is. He's not trusting nobody.
Do you think they're outside?
Shawn and Christine said they was on their way.
Wait till you see the interview tomorrow. Oh my God, I can't wait.
You want to go around?
Hit that button right there.
This is recording. His is recording.
Guys, come on now, be fair to me now. Mickey, we're not being unfair to you.
Why are you, Mickey? Okay, this ain't even related to the shooting or anything. Has anything been going on?
They've not seen me.
Where's Shawn and Christine? They were right here. You see them too. They
Who did you ask out there?
Zach.
They work at the sheriff's.
They may be. I bet they're on the outskirts where they got everything blocked off. I bet because you know they ain't gonna let them in here. I'm sure. See if we can get some people to track them down. So I was trying to get some people to try to find them. So I'll be honest, Mickey, you don't seem like you normally do when I speak to you.
But the handcuffs.
Well, no, not just that. You
Just want y'all to be fair to me.
yeah, you see, you know I'm going to be fair to you, but you do seem off compared to how you normally interact with me. Like something's going on. Like has anything else been going on the last few weeks? Do you take like medicine for anything?
No doubt, Jenny. I got you. Appreciate
any type
you.
of illness or anything?
Be fair to me.
So our boss has said we can't bring in your daughter to see you. Okay, so maybe when you get down.
Isn't that crazy? You can't bring in my daughter for me to see her. That's crazy, man.
Or the jail, but not before you get down there. Okay, so let's talk about it. What happened today?
Which jail are we going to?
I think that's positive, Mickey, but I think they're transporting you to the Leslie County Jail for your safety.
So we're not
I
here.
just don't know why I can't see the people I used to see. Shawn and Christine, they were just here.
Yeah, that's not our call. That was a supervisor. Yeah.
I have some more water.
Yeah.
Just keep fair to me, guys. I mean, I understand why, everybody come in huffy and puffy, but there was several of them.
Well,
It's a day.
emotions are high when things happen like that. They don't know if you would still want to be aggressive towards them.
Well, I was already tough, man, sitting down, and
Okay.
I
know.
the other guys have patted me down and stuff.
Well, like I said, something led up to this. It just didn't happen. We would just like to know why it transpired this way. If you don't want to, that's up to you. You don't want to talk about it?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? Just make it sure. And if not, then we'll try to figure out the transport situation.
What do you mean try to figure out? You already told me where it was.
Well, how we're going to take you down there and stuff. So.
There's a certain part I want to read. Okay, right here is where they show the shooting. Okay.
Yes, it is.
And that was the first. Okay, so that was the first time the family saw the shooting. Okay, that was the first time the family saw the shooting. So that's the reason why you heard the cries. That was the preliminary hearing. That's the very hearing that the actual investigator knew nothing almost. But yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the reason why we wanted to unpack Michael Clark. He was the next one to unpack because we already unpacked the investigator. He was terrible. Michael Clark had been with this man all day. Michael Clark, this guy, Michael Clark. Hold on.
And just pray for our community for healing. That you've been posting and saying is true or accurate.
First of all, this dude right here, he was with Mickey Stines all day. Okay, all day. He called Mickey Stines in this video his friend, best friend, all day long. You did not try to talk to him about nothing. You suspected him of something, because let me tell you something. Once Shawn Mickey Stines shot the judge 8 times, by the way, we saw the video where Mickey Stines was able to go outside. He was able to go outside. And guess who was in the parking lot? Guess who's in the parking lot? Michael Clark. This is the reason why I called cap on that one lady's interview about, I heard a shot, and the first shot I thought something fell. That's a lie. He shot the man 8 times, y'all. You thought 8 different things fell? On what ground? On what? You thought 8 different things fell? That doesn't even make sense. That makes no sense at all. And so this guy right here, this character right here, is such a coward to me that I got 2 people who I call best friends. I have been with one of my best friends all day long doing deliveries of food in the community all day long. So I'm the only one that really can actually give you accurate, pinpoint analysis on the man's behavioral, his behavior and what he was probably thinking on a cognitive level based on just conversation. You're a pastor. You're a pastor, bro. When you have meetings with people and when you are talking to people or counseling people, it is your job to ensure that you are discerning the situation properly. You couldn't discern your best friend. You've been with him all day. And the way Mickey Stines told those people to get out was very aggressive. You can see it in the video. Very aggressive, very assertive. If I'm Michael Clark, I'm not getting out. I'm not leaving this office. What y'all about to talk about? Let's close the door. We all 3 up in here. What we about to talk about? But when you are a part, when you are a part of the good old boys puppet master system, when you have been planted to look like something good and promising, even though behind that good and promise is nothing but death, destruction, and lies and deceit, you become the very thing you despise of yourself. And now you are unable to be useful in a good way when it comes to things that matter the most. And this thing mattered. You claim that both these men are your best friend. How was one of them able to do this while you was present? Because you were part of it, man. You were part of it. And you didn't think he was going to do it. You didn't think Mickey Stines was going to do that, did you? Nope. It sounds a bit scapegoatish to me. You did not think that he was going to do that. From what I have researched and from what I have been involved in when it comes to my presence in it, what I have realized and what I have seen and known for a fact is that there are too many missing girls, missing young boys, 2 kids in this area. It's a disgusting amount that I have come across. And I'm pretty sure I haven't even cracked the full surface of what it really is. There is a system that is geared for some reason towards people, in particular, one particular gender. You can figure it out. These ladies are going through so many different things. And let me tell you something. Tomorrow, the interview with Ty Adams, we are going to talk about some things. Let's just get ready. We're going to talk about some things. There is no possible way that this man, Pastor Michael Clark, can sit here on his right after this happened. After this happened, he gets on his own channel and then he tells people all the lies and the rumors y'all doing, the gossip, mental health is real. Now, all of a sudden, your best friend is mentally ill. You didn't know that way before this happened. Remember earlier in this stream, we saw Michael Clark talk and Mickey Stines when they were younger, a few years younger, working together, trying to clean the streets, trying to be good Samaritans. Now all of a sudden the man is mentally ill. Well, if he was mentally ill, he couldn't be the sheriff. So that's already false. If you're mentally ill, you can't even be the sheriff. And there is an evaluation that you have to take yearly by the state to ensure that you're good. This is not what, bruh. Don't try to sneak that by us. We not buying it, bro. You're a coward, man. You could have stepped into the gap. You could have been the intercessor you were supposed to be at the right time, but instead you fleeted, you flaked out, man. Because you are part of that web of craziness. You are part of it. And just because you slap pastor on your name doesn't mean you exempt from scrutiny. It doesn't mean you exempt from scrutinization of others. As a matter of fact, it's my job as a person who is going to anyone's church where they watch over my soul to scrutinize, to ensure, to discern them, to ensure that they are magnifying Christ above themselves. And if you are not doing that, then I have every right to remove myself from your congregation and go somewhere else where they really about this. Sir, you have failed, man. And listen, we got to own our stuff. There's so many things I had to own in my life. So many things you all in the audience, the chat, you had to own in your life. And all of a sudden you exempt, bro. How was it that you know he did it? The only person inside of that whole building with a gun is him. And he's your best friend. But you didn't say nothing to him earlier. You didn't try to pray for him earlier, like you was praying for everybody else. Like I like all these guys that I've been to jail with these guys. I've done this with these guys, bro. All you did was you got pardoned by the governor. This guy right here, this nasty individual right here, you got pardoned by him. Your entire record is clean. He cleared it. You was able to leave the country, get your passport, do what you want to do again. You got yours. And because, see, everything come with a price. Because you got pardoned, just like that, now you got to do something for us. What I got to do, guys? Collect, because we trying to get this money, this Medicare money. Fast forward to 2023, 2024. FBI on the billboard. FBI investigates ARC. Who's a part of ARC? You, buddy. You're a part of ARC. You are a part of it. Not Shawn Mickey Stines, not Ben Fields, not Judge Kevin Mullins. You. Judge Kevin Mullins is a part of HEAL. It's like Help End Addiction for Life organization. That was an organization that Judge Kevin Mullins had. Guess who he had it with? Tim Robinson. Who is Tim Robinson? The CEO and founder of ARC, the very company that's being investigated by the FBI right now as we speak. The very FBI that's asking people, if you've ever been a part of ARC, let us know. Give me your name. Tell us when you did it. They have been smuggling money. They have been frauding money, allegedly. They have been frauding money up to $130 million. You are a part of it. You are the runner. You may not be the supplier of the drug, but you definitely the one selling it. So what you're trying to sell, you're trying to sell people a false sense of hope. Oh, look at my story. Look how clean I got. You're trying to use yourself as an example. All you're trying to do is exalt yourself, except for exalting the very God that you say that you love and serve. And you want us to believe you. But you need more people because I don't believe you. You can sound good. You can sound like God. That don't mean you him. And if you are a friend, a real friend stands in a gap for his friend. That's why you shouldn't use the term friend loosely. Hey, friend. Hey, girl. Hey, friend. No, all your homegirls ain't your friends. All the homies ain't your friends. Friendships, you got to go through something to be a friend. And this right here is a prime example of a man who will not stand in the gap. You've been with this guy all day. You mean to tell me you had nothing? You saw nothing about him that was odd? But you got 4 people interviewing a man that they was only with for like 15, 20 minutes a piece. 30 minutes a piece at a restaurant. You've been with this dude all day long. You've been delivering food all day long. You've been away all day long with this guy. You had nothing. You had no discernment about this dude at all. I called Cap. I called Cap, man. I'm sorry. I called Cap. There is no way that I got a friend. First of all, I'm talking about 5, 10, 15, 20-year friendship. That I got a friend that when he talked to me, I can't tell something wrong. Man, you ain't a friend. You're not a friend. You're an associate, a constituent, what they call it, what's the other one? I can't think of the other one. You just not there. And so what we need to do is, this is the reason why we made this live tonight. We need to evaluate this guy. Who are you, bro? Who are you? You are only what you proclaim. And all he does is proclaim to be this ex-con, ex-felon, drug-free, now recovered ex-inmate that got pardoned by the governor of Kentucky, and now you become a pastor, and you bringing everybody into your fold, and you helping them, and you got Shawn Mickey Stines getting people off the streets and sending them to y'all to help them recover, and all you doing is manipulating the papers to get more money off of everybody that come up in there. Trash, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been going in, man. I've been going in. I can't stand it. Look, I'm the type of person like this, man. Grace rests upon the humble. If you humble, you're going to get the grace. But don't try to pretend to be something that you're not. And then when it's your turn to be scrutinized, you want to hide. The one thing that I have learned so much about life is that you are never going to be able to hide from yourself. You will never be able to hide from yourself. You won't. You can try to do it all day long. That's the reason why you got people nowadays in this society. All they want to do is travel. All they want to do is go away from where they grew up. All they want to do is move. Because you're trying to escape from yourself and you can't. You got to face who you are. And even if you don't like who you are, you still need to face it, embrace it, so that way you can become the best version of yourself, no matter what. Stop looking at other people's lives. Stop looking at celebrities and all that. Look at you. You will never be able to escape yourself, because wherever you are, there you are. And I'm quoting Jay-Z, but that's true. Wherever you are, there you are. That's you. You left Detroit to go to Cincinnati. You got in trouble there. Then you left Cincinnati and went to Chicago, got trouble there. Chicago went to a small town, got in trouble there. You met somebody wrong there. You got into a bad relationship over here. It ain't everything else. It's you. It is you. And when you're able to face accountability, you'll be able to become a more free person. And this guy ain't free. If he's free, how come there's not one? Did you see one Michael Clark interview in what we just did tonight? No, you didn't. And you won't. And you won't. And you won't. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Shout out to Jenny again, said, was that his daughter with the long dark hair? That I don't know. I don't know what his daughter looks like. I believe she does have long hair, though. I believe she does have long hair, but I'm not particularly sure if it was her. Terry Winiger, thank you so much for joining in and coming through and watching TBS TV on Biz Nation. It says here Mickey's daughter was 17 at the time of the shooting. The family has said this situation has nothing to do with Mickey's daughter. Yeah, well, he made something about that for sure. We're just trying to figure it out. One of Mullins' college buddies had indictments for R, but never seen a day in jail. There is multiple women coming out about Mullins. Absolutely. Tune in to tomorrow, because tomorrow at 6:30, we're going to be interviewing Ty Adams, and we're going to figure this thing out for sure. Terry again, shout out to Terry. She was in the chat for sure. I appreciate you. Said this week, an older lady came out about her encounter with Mullins when he was a prosecutor lawyer. There you go. She was getting divorced. Mullins demanded she go to his office. He tried advancing on her. Yep. Walrus Gumboot. Listen, man, that name is awesome. In that exact video, Clark states that he feels lucky to be alive. Possible guilty conscience in effect. Terry says Michael Clark is so close to others. He actually acts like an informant. Ooh, that's good. He even had an office in the courthouse. Now, ask why would a preacher have office close to Judge Mullins? Recruiting rehab. There you go. Jenny said, you cook it, Tay. I appreciate you, Jenny. Thank you so much. I had a moment. All right. I had a moment. I had to say something. Let's see here. Teresa Southern. Shout out to Teresa Southern. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching the stream. Says, Tay, you are right on 100. I appreciate you. Starfisher Coffee says, Michael got mega church and Medicaid money fraud to protect. There you go. Absolutely. Michael Clark is our Bishop Lamar Whitehead. That's absolutely fact. Let's go. Terry says Mickey that day of shooting had a weapon with serial number off. Right, we looked at that. Says Michael Clark at the lunch said, Mickey, that's a big gun you got. He said the serial number are scratched off. No one said a word. Now, the interview that we saw, the young lady mentioned that in the interview that we saw at the end of the stream here. And one of the things that we noticed is that, you know, if that's the case, if that was the case, then Michael Clark, why you didn't, you know, your antennas didn't go up on your for your best friend, for your best friend, sir. You know what I'm saying? I heard the preacher got a new job as a director of a rehab. Shout out to Teresa Southern. That is actually a fact. And he actually stepped down as pastor as well. So he's trying to, again, hindsight is always 20/20 for some reason. So now he feels the need to kind of clean up a few things. Let's see here. She said he's in Kentucky as far as I know. I don't live there, thank God. I don't live in Kentucky. Shout out to Abundance. What up, though, everyone? What up, though, Abundance? Yo, she said, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Teresa Southern said, I subbed and liked. Thank you so much for coming on in and subbing. Listen, tomorrow is going to be very, very awesome. We're definitely going to have a wonderful interview with a wonderful young lady by the name of Taya Adams, who have first-hand knowledge. We're not speculating. We're not doing all that, you know, all that suspiciousness, making up stories. No, we have someone who has their own experience and also have receipts on their experience. So be sure to tune in tomorrow, man. This is about to be crazy. Oh, Teresa Winiger said, yo, it's a rumor that Judge's choice of happy, white powder. Now think about it. Traffic in both possibly. Preacher had those connections for you. Hello. So still has that past contact to become dealer. Hello. To become a dealer. Look, matter of fact, Ty Adams confirmed that what she just said. And it makes sense to pardon a person's entire record that has that type of charge, knowing that you're going to need them for their connects. That's a speculation. However, it ain't far-fetched, man. It ain't far-fetched. All right, shout out to Biz Nation. I appreciate you so much for rocking it. I believe Talls told me something about heading over to Hillbilly Crime Channel, so I'm going to head over there. I'm not sure what you all are doing, but I do not want to redirect you all tonight because it is late. It is 9:36. It is 9:36. I do not want to belay your time any further. Chill said, Biz Nation, tell a friend and make sure y'all come back. The Chill mod of all mods. Come back tomorrow night at 6:30 for this interview with Taya. Hit that notification bell, please. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified. This live stream is on both YouTube and X. However, tomorrow is exclusively on the YouTube channel. So if you're on X right now, please come over to YouTube, like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified when we start the show and give Taya the floor. So definitely want to make sure that you all get over here and do that. But thank you all so much for rocking with me. Thank you, Walrus Gumboot is just, I'm not going to forget that ever. Says, great show, Tay Biz. Thank you. I appreciate you, and thank you so much. Again, if you would like to support the channel, support the show, go ahead and hit the Cash App. Jenny, once again, thank you so much with a $20 Cash App. So that's 40 from Jenny saying, great content. I definitely appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. You're so wonderful. You're so sweet. You are so kind. Thank you so much. The chat, I pinned a message in the chat that has the link to my Shawn Mickey Stines folder. I have all the motions, the file, the civil lawsuit, the deposition of, I have the transcript of the depositions for both Shawn Mickey Stines and Ben Fields, and also have the audio interview of Ben Fields with the Attorney General investigator Matt Easter. So if you want to listen to Ben Field's interview that he did with the Attorney General's office, the investigator's name was Matt Easter. He conducted an interview with Ben Fields about the Sabrina Atkins civil lawsuit, which is connected to Letcher County Court. Okay, so be sure to do that. And also got some screenshots and stuff of like Kentucky rules about grand jury meetings and things like that. So just a little bit of education. And also I have a photo of the kind of ankle monitor that Ben Fields was manipulating for Sabrina Atkins when he was, you know, soliciting her for those exchanges, I would say. But in the meantime, between time, man, love each other, love yourselves first. Also keep God first in your life, man. It's your boy Tay Biz. I am out. You all have a good night. Peace.
I brought that with me. Case they get too iffy. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my daddy. Know how I'm coming. And they know what we hate. Run around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out. My young hitter might go in. Uptown GN. Working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out. Cause all of my hitters too deep in. With the boy, I'm so ashamed. Ain't worried about long as my money and my green. Baby, I ain't got work tomorrow. Tell me what the business is. Ain't about no club hop. I'm trying to start some businesses. Shorty, you thought it was, they better know it's not that. Talking all that online, they knowing that it's not fake. Sliding through my hood, I make maneuvers like a Uber, baby. Got a 10-year plan, these can't tell what they doing lately. And I'm way too clean, I'm Listerine, I thought they been knew it. All in my lungs, I got my red cup full of that Henny fluid. Young middle Mad Mac, I'm swinging that leg, I'm banging that do or die. And I ain't that bleedly before I get crucified. Living in my bloodline, this place in my family tree. How the they pressed, I did my best out of what they handed me. Straight out of that country, know my shawty thick as humid air. And I need not mention no extensions.